So I want to print the weekday. I want to print the weekday. Weekday also returns a number. So suppose here I am changing the month. Suppose I am changing the month as 2. I am changing the month as 2. Okay, and compile here and compile here. And you can see that it will print that February. So that means based on the index number where it is defined, it will access that and use it. And when I say 1, then it is going to print January. So it is going to access and display that. Right. This is how we have to deal with the value. Similarly, suppose I want to print the day number, weekday number, date and weekday, date and weekday. That means here this is month and I want to print weekday. Generally, I am writing like this: MFD dot get day. Get day will return the weekday. And I am defining this is get day. That means we are configuring in this way. We are configuring in this way. Again, we are printing. And I'm just using a comma. And remember, this weekday will return a number again. Weekday will return a number, and you can see the weekday is returning a number. Then we need to maintain an array for weekdays also. That means what we have to do: LED weekdays. Weekdays is a string type array. In that we are defining so Monday, so Tuesday, so Wednesday and Thursday, like this. We need to configure in this way, right? Friday and Saturday. So Saturday, like this. I'm just configuring these values. Now, very important. Now, this function is returning a number. This is returning a number. Then what we will do is we will pass the number into weekdays. Into weekdays array, we will pass that number. Into weekdays array, we pass the number. Then you can see that it is printing that particular weekday. And you can see it will print that weekday. So suppose that weekday is starting with Sunday, right? We have to start with Sunday. Yeah, that's starting with the Sunday. So because Sunday is equal to 0, that is starting with Sunday. That is what actually weekday is. That means weekday is going to return. So weekday is going to return, and 0 is Sunday, right? And we are defining this, and now you can see the value will be printed in this format. That means it says Saturday, January, and I want to print the date number. Then after this, I'm using a simple space, and here I am defining another expression, that is MFD dot get day. Get date will return the date number, and a hyphen. I am printing here year. That means MFD dot get full year. Then it will return the full year number. And you can see now we are printing the date in a format how we want it exactly. January 18, 2020. That's how we are defining in a correct format how we want it exactly, right? So according to your requirement, you can define with what is your requirement, you can define that, right? So I'm just using comma. And I told you we cannot use year, get year, because get year will work, but it is no longer valid for using. So it will work. You can see it returns 120 as per Y2K. That's the reason we need to use a get full year, so that we can print in a full format of year, right? That's how we need to deal with the date value, right? So Yeah, that is how we need to deal with the dates and work with the date values. And this is a simple example of how we can work with the date values. And more work we will do when we are dealing with some data in our Angular like concepts. But this is the basic of working with date type, how we can deal with the date type, right? Hope you understood this. And now, after the date type, now we need to understand another, that is regular expression, and how we can deal with enums, regular expressions, and enums. Then we can go into the object-oriented programming in TypeScript, right? That we will see tomorrow. So by tomorrow, we will finish all the data types, because regular expression is again a very big concept. It will take the entire session for regular expression and enum. Then we can start with the object-oriented programming that we will see in the next session. So tomorrow, we will continue with that. Hello. So you are clear with this, right? So if you have any doubts, you can ping me, right? Else we will continue tomorrow. Okay, let's continue tomorrow then. Thank you.